To understand the power of the dollar, we must first delve into its historical roots. In the aftermath of World War II, the United States emerged not just victorious, but as a major economic powerhouse. The country was largely unscathed by the war's destruction, and its industries were booming. This economic might was matched by a formidable military, making the United States a global force to be reckoned with. In the midst of this post-war transformation, representatives from 44 nations gathered in the New Hampshire town of Bretton Woods in 1944. Their goal? To establish a new financial order that would prevent future economic crises and foster global prosperity. The conference led to the creation of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. But perhaps the most significant outcome was the establishment of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. Under the Bretton Woods system, global currencies were pegged to the dollar, which was, in turn, linked to gold. This effectively made the dollar as good as gold, and other nations started stashing away dollars as a form of economic security. The US, with its vast gold reserves and booming economy, was more than capable of supporting this system. However, the Bretton Woods system was not to last. By the early 1970s, the US could no longer maintain the dollar's gold standard due to various economic pressures. President Richard Nixon announced the end of dollar convertibility to gold, marking the collapse of the Bretton Woods system. Despite this, the dollar did not lose its global appeal. On the contrary, it continued to be the currency of choice for international trade and financial transactions. This transition from a gold-backed dollar to a fiat currency, one backed solely by the trust and confidence in the US government, could have spelled disaster. Yet, the dollar's international standing remained strong. This resilience is a testament to the economic and political clout of the United States on the global stage. This set the stage for the dollar's dominance. From the ashes of World War II to the heights of economic supremacy, the journey of the US dollar is a riveting tale of power, trust, and global influence. One of the key reasons why the dollar is powerful is the relative economic stability of the United States. The nation's robust institutions, stringent rule of law, and a low inflation rate paint a promising picture for investors. These investors, both domestic and international, are drawn to the US economy for its predictable growth, transparency, and the overall stability it offers. Now, let's talk about the dollar's role in international trade. It's no secret that the dollar is the preferred currency for global transactions. But why is that? Well, the answer is quite simple. The dollar offers a common denominator, a universal language, if you will, that simplifies trade between nations with different currencies. This means, if you're in Japan and want to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, you don't have to worry about converting your yen to rial. Instead, both parties can agree on a price in dollars, a currency they both trust. But the dollar's role goes beyond just simplifying transactions. It also serves as the benchmark for global prices, especially for commodities. When you hear that oil prices have gone up or down, it's typically denoted in dollars. The same goes for gold, silver, and many other commodities. This is because these commodities are traded on international markets, where the dollar is the currency of choice. This brings us to a critical point. The dollar's role in commodity trading strengthens its overall position. Think of it like this. The more the dollar is used, the more it's in demand. And the more it's in demand, the stronger it becomes. It's a self-reinforcing cycle. And let's not forget, commodities aren't the only goods traded internationally. Goods and services, from electronics to consulting, are often priced and traded in dollars. This further increases the demand for the currency, solidifying its status on the global stage. The widespread acceptance of the dollar has established it as the de facto currency for trading commodities, such as oil. Its role in international trade is just one of the many factors that contribute to the dollar's power, making it a dominant force in the global economy. The sheer size and influence of the US economy cannot be understated. Imagine this: if the United States were a company, it would be the biggest one on the globe. Its gross domestic product, or GDP, is over $20 trillion. That's right, 20 trillion. This mind-boggling sum is more than any other nation on Earth. It's like a colossal economic engine, powering not just the US, but influencing markets around the globe. Now let's talk about the giants within this behemoth. Major US corporations span the globe, their products found in nearly every corner of the world. From tech giants in Silicon Valley to automotive powerhouses in Detroit, these corporations are not just American brands, they're global brands, and their impact is felt worldwide. But here's the kicker. These corporations often require payments in dollars for their goods and services. This ubiquitous use of the dollar in international business transactions reinforces its strength and dominance. But that's not the whole story. There's another factor at play that strengthens the dollar's position in the global economy. It's something called US debt. And while it might sound negative, it actually plays a crucial role in the dollar's influence. You see, many countries around the world hold large amounts of US debt. This isn't because the US is bad at managing its finances. Quite the opposite. Countries buy US debt in the form of treasury bonds because they are considered a safe investment. This is a testament to the stability and reliability of the US economy. So these countries, by holding on to US debt, are in effect strengthening the dollar's significance. They're voting with their wallets, so to speak, showing their confidence in the dollar and the US economy. And so, the size and influence of the US economy, its major corporations, and the role of US debt all play a part in fortifying the power of the dollar. Additionally, many countries hold large amounts of US debt, further cementing the dollar's significance in international finance. The dollar's strength is also derived from the trust and confidence placed in it by individuals, corporations, and governments. To unpack this, let's first consider what it means to be a reliable store of value. Essentially, this means that the dollar holds its worth over time. You can tuck away a crisp greenback today and reasonably expect that it will still be able to buy you a comparable amount of goods or services in the future. This reliability stems from the United States' robust economy, stable political system, and commitment to low inflation. However, being a reliable store of value is not just about domestic affairs. In the global arena, the dollar's status is reinforced by the liquidity and safety of US financial markets. These markets are the largest and most developed in the world, and they operate with a high degree of transparency and regulation. This makes them attractive destinations for investors looking to park their wealth. Moreover, US financial markets offer a wide range of investment opportunities, from stocks and bonds to commodities and real estate. This diversity allows investors to spread their risk and seek returns in different sectors of the economy. And because these transactions are conducted in dollars, they further embed the currency in the global financial system. This trust has been earned through a history of sound monetary policy and a commitment to honoring the nation's financial obligations. When global economic waters get choppy, investors around the world seek shelter. And more often than not, they find that shelter in the US dollar. Its reputation as a safe haven currency has been forged through decades of financial storms and economic turbulence. In times of uncertainty, investors flock to the US dollar, reinforcing its position as a safe haven currency. So, while the winds of the global economy may shift, the anchor of the dollar remains steadfast, securing it as the world's dominant currency. Geopolitics play a significant role in the strength of the dollar. The United States, with its status as a global superpower, exercises considerable influence in international affairs. This influence extends beyond military might or diplomatic clout. It is also reflected in the financial world, where the dollar reigns supreme. The US holds a commanding position in global politics, and this directly impacts the power of the dollar. From peace treaties to trade agreements, the US often plays a central role, with the dollar serving as the fundamental currency of choice. This reinforces the dollar's position and increases its visibility, further strengthening its status as the world's leading currency. US financial institutions, too, play a pivotal role in this scenario. These institutions, renowned for their robustness and reliability, handle a significant portion of global transactions and investments. Whether it's the transfer of funds between countries, international trade deals, or foreign aid, these transactions frequently occur in dollars. This exposes more countries to the dollar, establishing it as a common and trusted medium of exchange. The dollar's dominance is not just about economic factors. It's also about the geopolitical influence of the United States, the nation's role in international affairs, the reliability of its financial institutions, and the widespread use of its currency in global transactions all contribute to the strength of the dollar. Global transactions, investments, and foreign aid often flow through US financial institutions, exposing countries to the dollar and further reinforcing its dominance. And there you have it, a brief exploration of why the dollar maintains its powerful position in the global economy. We've dug into its historical roots, the impact of US economic stability and trade, the size and influence of the US economy, the trust and confidence placed in the dollar, and the role of geopolitics. All these factors interweave to uphold the dollar's dominance. It's an intriguing journey into the world of economics, and the dollar's role within it continues to evolve.